Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know, once again, that I am not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, I answer 2 questions from you, the viewer. In addition to those 2 questions, I talk about life renewal topics. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Tanya, who is in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, Tanya, and thank you for your question. Tanya writes, I'm great at starting things, but terrible at finishing them. How do I stay consistent when the initial excitement wears off? Oh my goodness. This is one of those $64,000 questions that I actually love. Now, this is, of course, something that a lot of people have an issue with. And it doesn't seem to make a difference whether it's something that you want to do as far as whatever it is you're working on. I find that a lot of people have difficulty with the stick-to-itness. And of course, that can be for various reasons. It could be karmic, which means that maybe you've built up a pattern of behavior of not completing something. And that is also karma. It doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong or bad or anything like that. It's energy. That's what karma is. So it could be that. Now, to work through that issue, you've got to come up with a plan, something that is going to work for you. It's a good idea to ask for help from friends or family, letting them know, number one, somebody that you respect. Tell somebody that you respect their opinion of, someone you value, someone who you don't want to disappoint. If you tell someone like that you're going to do something, it's highly unlikely that you won't accomplish it. And that's because you've got this other person or group of people out here who are paying attention to you and wanting to see you succeed, and you want to not disappoint. The point is, you also don't want to disappoint yourself, because if there is something that you're not accomplishing that you know you need to accomplish, you're not doing yourself a good service. You're doing yourself a disservice. So enlisting the help of someone else by telling them that you're going to do something, and also give them dates when you are asking them to check in with you, or times when you want, tell them how you want them to check in with you. It doesn't have to be dates. You could say you're planning on finishing this project at such and such time or such and such a week or whatever, and let them know. That will help you. There's also other ways you can come up with a plan that you can follow. And even if, for example, you feel the energy waning with what it is you want to do, if you plan ahead of time for that, that will help. So if you know what the triggers are of when the energy is going to wane, you can come up with ways to navigate those triggers. For example, if you say you're going to write a book, say to yourself, I'm going to show up every day for however long you say you're going to show up, but be reasonable. If you're writing a new book, you may only want to show up an hour a day or 30 minutes a day. And you're going to sit there with the computer, regardless of if something comes through or not, but you're going to build this habit, because what you want to do is build a habit of accomplishing, of doing whatever it is you say you want to do, so that you can retrain your brain. That's another way to do it. So enlist the help of friends, let them know what it is you're planning on doing, come up with a schedule for yourself, of how you're going to accomplish this goal. Are you going to work on this goal an hour a day or an hour a week? And don't let yourself off the hook. Give yourself a reward for small successes along the way. Tell yourself ahead of time once you reach a particular goal in the bigger goal. So you have mini goals, little goals, and then you have the bigger goal. So give yourself little rewards along the way. Take yourself to dinner or to a movie. That helps. The other thing that I find that helps, it truly does help to do what it is you don't want to do first. The most difficult thing. For example, if you know you want to exercise, but you don't exercise, set it up so that you have to do that first before you do other things. You'll find that that will help. So I hope I've given you a few tools that you can use. Try one and see if it works. And if it doesn't, try another. But there are many ways to help you navigate this particular issue. And I've only given you a few. Please write me, let me know how you are doing, or comment below. All right, let's move on to the life renewal topic for this week. Our life renewal topic is ritual versus routine, turning your daily tasks into sacred acts. I love this particular topic. Everything that we do can be a sacred act. If you are in the present moment as you're doing it, if you are, say, dedicating your day to the benefit of someone else or all humans, that can be of benefit. And so sometimes we look at our daily tasks as just that. We just have to clean the house. We just have to wash the car. We just have to go to work. We just have to cook. We have to eat. When in fact, there is that part of all of us that is having this experience through us, through everything that we do. So if we pay attention to the fact that there is that being within us, whatever we do, we're doing it with a different energy. You know, we are flowing because what you want to do is flow with life and not against it. So it turns those routine tasks into sacred acts. The eating. How many of you were raised to say a prayer before you ate a meal? I certainly was, and I still do. Dedicating that food to others so that they may be nourished. So then when you're eating, you're also thanking the beings who brought that food to you. Everything that we touch, everything that is here, everything that is manifest is the divine. It's not a manifestation of the divine. It is the divine. And if you're cleaning something, say you're cleaning a dresser, thank the dresser. It's holding your clothes or your perfumes or your colognes. It's helping you in some way. It's giving you something. So gratitude for what it is you have is another way of turning these rituals into the sacred. I'm sure you get what I mean with this. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. Comment below or send me an email about what you think concerning this topic. All right, let's move on to the second question for today. Our second question comes from Felix, who is in Berlin. So Phoenix writes, I have so many bad habits that I want to break. Is it better to quit cold turkey or phase them out slowly? Well, Felix, that depends. That depends on you and your constitution. And it also depends on what it is you want to phase out or you want to let go of as far as bad habits. There are some things that you're not able to stop cold turkey. You would have to phase out, especially, if you're dealing with drugs of any kind. you want to check with your doctor and find out how to reduce the quantity of the drugs rather than stopping cold turkey. Now, there are other things that you can do. For example, if you want to stop smoking, or you want to, say you're somebody who wants to stop lying. Yes, these are things that you can do cold turkey, but you do need to come up with a plan on how you're going to do it. If it's a behavior, you need to have something to replace it with. And you've got to have, of course, the intention to not do the behavior. You come up with what you're going to replace it with, and you look at what the triggers are that cause the behavior that you want to change. It may be that you have to change your environment in some way, or maybe you need to heal something or some trauma that occurred that caused you to have the behaviors that you want to shift. The other thing is, I love asking the question, okay, where did these behaviors come from? Why do I have them? What do they serve? Are they no longer serving me? What other behaviors that are healthy can I put in its place? And then, of course, enlist the help of friends to help you do this and change your environment. For example, if you want to, say, start eating healthy, I don't believe that you can get success long-term by changing everything bad that you eat all at once. Maybe for 6 months, you cut out potato chips and you build a habit of not eating potato chips. And 6 months later, you stop something else. When you want to change a behavior, you have to be realistic about it, and you have to know the intricacies of your own mind, which is paramount. Knowing why you have the behavior, what triggers it, what value is this behavior. Anyway, I've given some advice on how you can go about changing these behaviors. Now, you also want to have compassion for yourself and don't beat yourself up. Remember, with behaviors, sometimes we can keep going with doing what it is we need to do for ourselves, and then we, quote, fall off the wagon. Well, you want to get back on that wagon or horse or whatever, car, as soon as you can. And enlisting the help of outside people, friends and family and groups, support groups. There's plenty of help out here to help you. I mean, think about AA. If when a person is involved with AA, they have a sponsor and they talk to their sponsor all the time. Their sponsor gets them through over the hump of the crisis of wanting to go back to drinking or eating anonymous or any of the organizations that will help you with cessation. So anyway, I hope that this has helped. I thank you for the question and I wish you well. Please be sure to send me an email and let me know how you are getting on with these habits and these behaviors that you are working to change. Oh, one other thing, visualize yourself with different behaviors. You see yourself with a different behavior and how you feel with that new behavior. The mind does not see a distinction between what you think and what you're actually doing. You'll find that that will help too. All right, thank you. Thank you very much for that question. We have come to the end of this episode. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That does help with the algorithms to get these episodes out to a wider audience. I have a 5-day free downloadable e-course available to you. It is designed to help you jumpstart your life, to help you heal from trauma, from whatever it is you are dealing with. Go to my website, padmalifecoaching.com, and click on the link to download the free 5-day e-journey. While you're there, take a look at at the website and look at the offerings that I have, the retreats, the past life regression sessions, the astrology and life coaching, and also the newsletter. I do have my newsletter listed there. If you would like to learn more about me, please check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a Memoir. You can find that book anywhere online books are sold, or you can go to the book website, andthelotusopened.com. I talk about the journey that I took to heal a lot of the emotional issues that I had related to trauma. And so hopefully it gives you my blueprint of how I walked through healing these issues. And hopefully that will help you come up with a blueprint of your own. I'm a firm believer that we have to heal ourselves. It's nice to have help from others, but it's really still up to the individual to do the work. If you would like to send me a question to answer on this YouTube channel, please send it to padmacoach@icloud.com. It's padmacoach@icloud.com. I will be in Chicago from September 3rd through September 9th at the United Astrological Conference this year. If you're in the area, or if you want to even sign up for the hybrids event, because this conference is the largest astrological conference in the world. And it's usually held every 5 years or so. The last one was in 2018, and this one, of course, is 2026. And the issue, of course, why it wasn't 5 years between conferences is because of COVID. Of course, as you know, it shut down a lot of things. So I will be giving a talk there, and I also will be on a panel discussion with one of the astrological organizations. So please check it out. You can find it online at the United Astrological Conference, uac.com. All right. Thank you for being here and spending your time with me. I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Bye-bye.